Hello everybody, and welcome to Synopsis with Dimitri Slovak. Today we will be covering Sergeant Ray Hawk from The Patriot. I decided to start with him because this is our first video, and because even though I'm writing the book and I'm familiar with Ray, I'm still kind of unfamiliar with him. Because he's one of my up-and-coming characters, one of my up-and-coming books, and he's still a mystery to me. So even though I'm familiar with him, he's still a mystery, so don't feel alone as we go through this journey. So Ray is very unique. He was he was in the Delta Force at the age of 19. Yes, he was in the Delta Force at the age of 19. You heard that correctly. 19 in the U.S. Army. He served for 3 years before being shot in the leg, causing him to get out of the Army, which then in turn forced him to be a police officer. And as Ray was growing up, he wanted to be in the Army because he wanted to make a difference in the world, or at least try to. Because he saw these wars going on overseas, and he felt powerless trying to stop them as he was growing up. So he wanted to be in the Army so that he could go over there and at least try to change something. And he did join the Army, and he was in multiple operations that did change some of the planes for, well, not flying planes, but like astroplanes, planes for the world. The stage was kind of changed because of Ray and his team. And when he was shot, when he was shot in the leg, he was kind of sad that he was forced to retire from the Army. But once he got out of the Army, he didn't fall far from the military tree. Because he joined a paramilitary force known as the police force. Yes, you heard that correctly. The police force. Ray and as a and Ray is and Ray served as a patrolman for 10 years in the north, south, east, and west precinct, and he did a very good job as a patrolman. And so once his 10-year mark came, the SWAT team approached him and asked if he wanted to be a member, and he accepted. And within a month, he was a SWAT team member, and instantly, the SWAT team got results because Ray became one of the best operators on the team because of this philosophy that he made when he went to the SWAT team. A unique force for unique situations calls for unique actions and ways to solve those unique situations. Because Ray knew and had a full understanding that the SWAT team is only called in for special situations under special circumstances or situations that patrolmen cannot handle. And so, and this philosophy caused him to do a very good job, a very, very, very good job. And overall, Ray over his 5 years and his experience as a SWAT team member, he has done a very, very good job. And because he is from the Army, he has a work ethic that is just insane when it comes to going in places, beating the crap out of people, out of criminals, because he shows hatred towards any kind of criminal. Because as an Army Delta Force member, he fought for this country, and he also has a second philosophy for the police force. His second philosophy is, if someone is going to break the law in this country that I fought for, they are not going to like what's coming for them. So with this philosophy, he just shows brutality towards criminals, because he believes that that he served his country, that he has the obligation that if you break the law in this country, he has the obligation to put you down or put you in the hospital, teach you a lesson, basically, to not break the law in this country. And it has also caused him to do a very good job and have the highest rating of any police department officer. And so Ray, he was his team loves him, and he's been, because of his brutality towards criminals, he has earned the name Pain Pill. Because he's just so brutal towards. That's how brutal he is towards criminals, and because he puts them in the hospital in near fatal condition, or just kills them if deadly force is authorized. And so, as Ray, once 2 years going to the police force, he was changed. For the next 3 years, he was not the same person, because he discovered something that was just insane, that even I can't comprehend, even though I wrote the book. The police department had so many warrants out for drug lords and just criminals that they're just bad and just break the law every single day. All these warrants were not claimed. Those people have not been brought in, because guess what? Those people have been paying off the police department. And Ray discovered this one day when he was looking around these files after he was doing an after action report for his team. He was scrounging around for files to look at or to use, because it was his first time doing an after action report, and so he was looking for examples, and he stumbled upon these files that the police department, or the people that were supposed to keep those files hidden, did not do a good job hiding them. So Ray stumbles upon these files, and he's just shocked. He's shocked. He just can't believe that. I mean, even the files even said that these people paid the police department off, and he couldn't believe it. And he was changed forever. And he never looked at the police department the same way ever again. And from that day forth, he decided that even though he was a police officer, he would become a vigilante. And from that day forth, he became the Patriot. And he's called himself, or people call him the Patriot, because he also called himself this because he wears a jacket he also wears a jacket with American flag back on it, with the American flag on the back of it when it's cold, and he has a T-shirt with the American flag on the back and the front of it. He wears an American flag bandana, a hat with the American flag on the front of it, and a skull on the back of it. American flag gloves. Well, they have American flags on the bottom of them, and in jeans and pants with the American flag going down the side of them. And he's just been known as the Patriot to the media, because ever since he became the Patriot, multiple criminals that have warrants out for him have been showing up dead or in near fatal condition, just laying on the street dying. And no one knew who was putting these people out or killing these criminals and putting them out on the streets, until one day a camera caught Ray while he had his bandana on, caught Ray in the act, and so he earned the name the Patriot. But people don't know it's Ray just yet. People don't know it's Ray, and people still don't know it's Ray. So the media has known him as the Patriot for 3 years, and for those 3 years, Ray has still been on the SWAT team, delivering justice legally. And it's just, some people would say it's irony. It's that this character is just a victim of irony. I say he isn't. I say he's a victim of I say that he's a victim of the own corruption in his police department. He's a victim of the corruption in this police department, in this universe. I mean, and he's just shocked that this happened, or that what happened. And so he thought he might as well go ahead and change the world. And he has changed Dallas. He has put, as the Patriot and as the Pain Pill, he has put He has made criminals fear him. Mob bosses even fear him. They have, I swear, mob bosses have 5 locks on their doors now because they fear Ray or that the Patriot is going to come for him. Yeah, Ray. It's because he uses his philosophies. He's just so brutal, and he's just unstoppable when it comes to criminals. He's unstoppable because he uses his Delta Force training and his police training. And he's just brutal. He's just unstoppable. He's an unstoppable force when it comes to it. And multiple criminals, multiple hitmen have also, he has had multiple hits put out for him as the Patriot. He has had multiple hits been put out for him. All of them have failed. All the hitmen were dead. Because no one can stop Ray. It's mostly because of his philosophies and because of his iron will, just to change the world, and because of his training. All those three things put together, you get Ray Hawk, the Patriot, and the Pain Pill. I like to say this about Ray. Cop by day, vigilante by night. Yeah, that's not a Batman reference, I swear. If Ray was compared to Batman, I'd be like, no, he's not a rich playboy guy running around with gadgets, killing criminals and stuff like that. He's just a cop turned vigilante. And it's just hard to explain how much of a vigilante he is. He himself alone has put fear into the entire criminal underground of Dallas. He alone. Who else could do that besides the police department? Nobody but Ray Hawk, the cop turned vigilante. And he's just so brutal. But there's nothing else to say but that. He's just brutal. And he shows no mercy. As the Patriot, he shows no mercy. As the SWAT team member, he shows some mercy because he has to, unless there's deadly force authorized, in which there is no mercy. But as the Patriot, there is no mercy. You are judged by him and him only when you encounter him. So for all of you lawbreakers out there, or anyone that plans on breaking the law, watch your back. Ray's at every corner. Thank you for listening to this Audible series, or the first video of this Audible series, known as Synopsis with Dimitri Slovak. I really appreciate this. If you listen to this, guys, this is going to be a really good thing for my books, because a lot of people have questions on characters. And there's so many questions come in from so many people that I can't even answer them all for characters. So I decided to make this video. So I decided to make this Audible series to make it a little bit easier. So all in all, just try to support this video. Post it on Wattpad or wherever. Skype. No, not Skype, Twitter. Skype and Twitter almost have the same thing. Not really, even though Skype is a messaging service. Their icons are both blue. Anyway, enough of that. But yeah, guys, if you can, just support this, and thank you for listening.